welcome to my YouTube channel. I'm so glad to have you here once again. This is the Ladesoye's channel where we talk about motherhood, career, and everything in between life. I'm happy to have you on board. Thank you for the support for the first video. I really appreciate it, and I'm glad you are here again to listen to this baby girl talk all over again. Thank you so much. Let's get me to 100 subscribers. I'm trying to get to 100 subscribers before Christmas, and I'm counting on you and you to please subscribe. Please subscribe, share to your friends, comment and like the video. Let's get me to 100 subscribers before Christmas, and then from 100 to 1,000, from 1,000 to 100,000, like that. So we come, But thank you so much for joining this video. This episode we'll be talking about. Can you guess? Yes. On this episode we'll be talking about pregnancy, because pregnancy comes before motherhood. Before we start talking about how we are handling motherhood and career and life in general, pregnancy led to motherhood. So like I earlier said in my first video, that I got married in April 2023, and I found out I was pregnant in May 2023. Hey, that's like just immediately. If you know, you know. Let's just keep it like that. If you know, you know. When I got pregnant in April 2023, I was happy, but I would say the joy was short-lived because, I said I discovered around May that I was pregnant, and after just, rejoicing, new couple, pregnancy, the whole joy and everything, morning sickness started. It was horrible. I was literally in the hospital every other day because I'm either vomiting too much, I'm not taking in anything, I'm having one infection or the other. It's another whole journey, but sadly the pregnancy ended in premature birth, and the baby didn't survive it. So I lost that pregnancy in September 2023. It was such a downtime for me, like a very sad moment. I was sad. I can't believe I'm talking about it now. Maybe because I'm not going into details and I don't want to go into details yet, but I know I will definitely share the story of that miscarriage in another video. But I was really sad, and I didn't want to take in. I told my husband that, let's just enjoy ourselves. We got married, we took in immediately. We didn't even get to know each other. We were just talking about pregnancy, and we're living our lives. Then November, I saw my period. October, November, I was waiting for period. I said, where is this period? Oga combo. First day, second day, I think second or third day, I was already anxious. Please, I went to get a pregnancy kit, and then I did the test. I didn't say any lie. I saw just one line. No pregnancy, you're supposed to see 2 lines. I saw just one line. I told my husband, no, I don't think I'm pregnant. Maybe my period is just late, so we trashed it. Then he went to check the bin, and he said, babe, there's a faint line on this thing. Me that I don't want to be pregnant, I said, there's no faint line, I don't want to be pregnant, I'm scared. I was actually traumatized. I was traumatized from the first pregnancy. I was traumatized about vomiting. I was traumatized about being sick. I was traumatized about even losing a baby. After carrying pregnancy till 21 weeks, in fact, just maybe a day to 22 weeks, there's tendency to be, feel the whole sadness and everything. But I survived. I discovered I was pregnant, and I wasn't convinced that the pregnancy kit was right. So I went to do a blood test the next day. I think I was on leave. So I went to do a blood test the next day, and it was positive. And those people, the way labs will be now, congratulations. Or they didn't even want to tell me. I don't think they told me congratulations. They didn't want to tell me. They just gave me the envelope. They wanted to, gauge my countenance to know if to tell me congratulations or not. And when I saw it, I was in between, God, you are compensating me, and hey, the whole vomiting and everything. But I called my husband and I said, babe, yeah, it's positive. He said, you know what, just call the guy. Called the guy. I called and she was like, the case you had with your first pregnancy, you need to come into the hospital right away. We need to give you some hormonal drugs, I say, here we go again, due pregnancy. So I went to the hospital to do a scan. At this time I was like, 5 weeks. I told you my period was just 2 days late, because my period is never late. Well, it's been late a few times, but I never miss my period. The 2 times I've missed my period turned out to be pregnancy. I've actually never missed my period. So the first when I did the scan, I was about 5 weeks gone. They confirmed that the embryo was there. They confirmed that I was pregnant, and my pregnancy was named high risk, because I just took in after a rather horrible miscarriage, a preterm labor. It wasn't so good, so they had to give me hormonal drugs. I can't remember the name right now. I've tried to think about it. I think I'll just search about it and then I'll put it somewhere. I think prostagen. Hey, don't let me say something before our nursing people will come to meet me. But let's just say I'll look for it. But they gave me that drug to use, and because of I have had the case of a preterm labor, I was informed that I'll have to do a cerclage, and cerclage is the stitching of the cervix or the suturing. Let me try to use the medical terms. Closing up of the cervix. I think we all understand that. Closing up of the cervix, trying to hold the baby in for as long as possible, because my previous pregnancy I was told I had incompetent cervix. Because I'm using had intentionally, because I know that is past tense in my life, in Jesus' name. So I was told I had incompetent cervix, and they had to do exactly to hold the baby. So I said, okay, no problem. I was so, very careful. My prenatal drug, as much as I ate that Bico. Hey! I don't know why you are giving a pregnant woman that is nauseated Bico. That thing stinks. Sorry to the producers of Bico, but my bad. Let's continue the video. But I was using my prenatal medication seriously. I was giving bi-weekly. Is it bi-weekly now? Okay, so I used the medication I was given, and I was told the date I'll come for my cerclage, and I was asked to come, I think, every week. At some point it changed to like 2 weeks, but every week, just to monitor that the baby is fine until cerclage. I think this was November, so December I'll go for my regular checkup. I think I went like twice or 3 times in December. Then a week or 2 weeks to my antenatal, to my cerclage procedure, I was told to go do a swab to check for any infection. Guess what? They said I had UTI. It's a heat called Wahala. I just finished one, and mind you, all the while I'm still scared, I'm still skeptical, but I was very grateful for one thing. After losing that first pregnancy, I was really praying that God, even if when I take in next, I don't want any form of money sickness. Yeah, there was no money sickness for me. I think maybe I vomited just maybe twice or so. Yes, you definitely feel nauseous at some point, but I was eating. I was just eating and eating. So I was feeling good about that. But there's still the fear of, check this, check that. I was using the pregnancy app. Baby's size of granules now. Baby's size of watermelon now. I'm just exaggerating. I can't remember the fruits actually. But every week I was just checking the progress of the baby, what I'm expected to feel, what the baby looks like at this stage, the development milestones and all that. So at 10 weeks, thereabouts, 10, 11 weeks, because my cerclage was scheduled for end of 13th week. So at 11th week, yes, it was 11th week, I discovered I had UTI and I was placed on antibiotics. The fear, I was like, I can't lose this pregnancy due to my carelessness or me just being negligent. So I was using the drug judiciously, and it was 8-hourly medication, so I had to take it 4 times in a day. So sometimes I would have to wake up in the middle of the night to take my medication, because I didn't want to have infection. I know cerclage means they are going to go in, and that's already infection prone. Now imagine having infection already. I just didn't want anything. I don't want any infection. Don't I say, something affected the baby. I don't want to hear story again. This baby, you've come, and you're going to stay. I'm not going to lose you at 22 weeks or whatever. So I did it. I went back a week, and I was cleared. Then I was given the day now that, okay, on this day you are coming in for your cerclage. They told me come in a day early, but when they didn't say it was a surgery, that it was just a procedure, my stubborn head did not want to take leave, because I wanted to save as much days as I could, so that I could add it to my maternity leave and be able to stay well for my baby. So I didn't want to take leave, but I had to still take a couple of days of work. So I go to the hospital on the day of the cerclage, and I was told, why did I come in? Even though it's just a cerclage, I'm not supposed to do anything. I should just do a procedure, and I would not eat until they do the procedure. I said, I will not eat. Sorry, me, I'm hungry. I would eat. This. I told maybe I literally forced my husband to go get me a sandwich. I know my sister who is a nurse will be shaking her head if she hears this story, because I don't think I ever told her. So I've casted myself publicly. But I remember I took like maybe a couple of bites of the sandwich, and the doctor came. I was like, why will you eat? And I was like, I'm hungry now. I'm a pregnant woman. Why would I eat? No, really, let's just look at it. Why would you tell a pregnant woman not to eat? You said it's not a surgery, it's a procedure. So I didn't understand why they were asking me not to eat. So they said, they couldn't do anything immediately, so I had to wait. By noon, I called the doctor that I'm weak, I'm hungry. They had to give me like drip so that my body is not so hungry. And I think by a few minutes to 6, I went into the theater. In fact, I was not put to sleep. They only gave me that spinal to numb my leg. That thing, for even sometimes I still feel the pain in my back. I don't think I would want to take epidural when I'm in full labor after that, because it's not epidural, but I think it's epidural. I don't know. It's those spinal where you go numb from your waist downward. I took that and I was awake all through, and my gynae is a very nice woman. She kept telling me, so I'm just going in now, this is the stage, this is the I can't remember all the things, but she literally talked me through the procedure. We didn't use 15 minutes. After 15 minutes, she said, she was done, and she's just stitching up and closing me up now. I was like, now, just like that, you have tied the cervix. Well, you know that I said, okay, no wahala, it's time to go home. I was in the hospital. I read about it that once you do the whole the whole cerclage, you can be discharged the following day. But because I did it on Friday, I think the hospital was skeptical about discharging me weekend, so I had to wait till Monday. And I remember getting home and I was so scared. After they do that procedure, the doctor came to tell me, this is not exactly 100% sure that a miscarriage will probably not happen. We are just trying to be proactive and be preventive. So please, no rigorous activities, no strenuous things. Don't lift too heavy things. Don't do strenuous activity. Even be careful of the way you have sex or anything, because you are just you're about to say kike lomo. And I was scared. I was scared to take the stairs. I stay on the second floor of my house, so there was no way I would come into my house without taking the stairs every day. I was so scared. I would not be able to cook, to sweep, to do anything. I was so worried, and I didn't want to live that life. I remember one day I was just thinking about it, and the Holy Spirit told me, you're worried now. How would it solve the problem of you having a safe delivery? And I decided to let go of the fear and start trusting God that despite my fear, despite my worry, despite my anxiety, Lord, I will trust you to the end. And I thank God because He didn't fail me, He didn't leave me. I have my baby now, my very beautiful and full daughter, and I'm very grateful for that. So on this note, we'll be ending this first episode. I want you to come back for second episode to hear my second trimester experience, how I started baby shopping, the things I started to notice, and what week I noticed this, and what week did I notice that. So I'll share my second and third trimester in the next video. Please do well to subscribe, share this video. We said we are trying to get to 100 subscribers before December. I would love for you to share this video. Let everybody subscribe. You don't want to start seeing me in your dreams when I was telling you subscribe. This is the Lade Soye's channel. I'm only being dramatic. Yeah, I know. I've been told I'm very dramatic. But please subscribe. Get me to 100 subscribers so that I'll be so happy for Christmas and we can, oblate to the fullest. Oblate. Meet you here. This is the Lade Soye's channel. See you next time. Bye. Remember, this is the Lade Soye's channel. See you next time. Bye.